Hey guys, I'm so excited to welcome you all for the day 3, which covers the most important and the challenging part of UPSC, which is covering the current affairs. Now, in the previous sessions, we have seen about the syllabus, the previous year's question paper, and in that, if you see, the more weightage is given for the current affairs. So, I wanted to give you a gist of how to prepare for current affairs and how you can approach and have a clear-cut idea of what exactly to read so that you can cover the entire, the portions of current affairs. Fine. So today is a most important activity. Please take down your pen and your notepad and please take notes. Fine. Now, when I see current affairs, now there are so many issues that students face. There are so many challenges that students have. There are so many confusions that every UPSC aspirant has when it comes to current affairs. Now, there are certain common, when I took the survey, there are certain common problems or challenges that every aspirant has. Hope you also have. Fine. So the first one is which sources to follow, right? What to read. That is the most confusing part in UPSC, right? And that to current affairs, that is the most challenging part. Next one, now how to read a newspaper, how to read magazines, now how to prepare current affairs, how much duration we have to spend every day for preparing current affairs, and should daily notes be taken, and how can I practice my MCQs, and how about answer writing for the mains question which covers the current affairs, GS paper 1, paper 2 and paper 3. Paper 4 is either ethical and aptitude and all these things. So paper 3 till paper 3 you have to concentrate on the current affairs. So that is the major chunk which bothers the UPSC aspirant, and those who are not having the habit of reading newspaper, it becomes even more problematic. Fine. So now I'm going to give you an overall idea about what and how to prepare for current affairs. Okay. Now, when you see current affairs, it covers mostly 40% of the UPSC for prelims. Okay, 50% of the mains coverage is current affairs. Okay, apart from the optional subjects and history, geography, and whatever it is, because there is always an overlapping of topics. So 50% of mains is current affairs, and for interview, the major portion is current affairs. Okay, so if you want to be a bureaucrat, if you're aiming to become an UPSC, IAS, IPS, you have to have what is happening, in our country and also internationally. Now, when it comes to current affairs syllabus, there is only one line says events of national and international importance. Okay, now let me give you what you have to cover in current affairs. Okay, now people usually have this idea that reading newspaper is preparing for current affairs. No, newspaper is not preparing for current affairs, because current affairs also includes geography, environment it mostly doesn't cover, but geography, science and technology, polity, economics, governance, everything comes under current affairs. So only reading newspaper doesn't equals preparing for current affairs. Okay, now how many hours you are reading newspaper? I know there are people who are spending their prime time reading newspaper and they're telling they are preparing for current affairs. No, that is not the right strategy of any UPSC topper. Okay, now I'll be covering all these things in the coming sessions, but what today's session is mostly focusing upon is daily strategy, fine, newspaper, sources, prelims, separate sessions. Okay, I'll be having for mains also. So let me share what today's screen is all about. Okay, and let us see how you can approach current affairs with more clarity and more concise way. That is what is actually required, right? So these are the general challenges that I have already given it to you, and how to cover, what to cover, and what available sources are there, and what to read, and what is the summary of the session, and what is the activity that I'm going to give it to you for today's session. Now, there are so many sources for current affairs, right? But what are the main sources that you have to really consider? See, I'm going to just give you a crux of what current affairs has to be covered. Okay. And at the end of the session, I'll be giving you an activity which will help you to focus on all these things. Exactly what to read for current affairs. Okay. Now, current affairs, if you see the sources, the main thing is newspaper, guys. Newspaper is your current source. Next one is Yojana. Okay. Yojana is a monthly magazine, I think bi-monthly magazine released by Government of India. So whatever publications are given by Government of India, please focus on that. Okay. Again, Kurukshetra, that is also one of the magazine published by Government of India. Then you have India Yearbook, and then any publications by Ministry of Broadcasting or PIB. Fine. Now, apart from this, there is also economic survey for covering the current affairs, and you have to cover volume 2 of the economic survey for prelims, volume 1 for mains. Okay, please note this one. Now, when it comes to reading newspapers, okay, most of the people, they confuse and they read every topic in the newspaper right from page 1, till the sports. Right now, sports is also being covered in current affairs. Sometimes awards and recognitions, they are still left behind, but still sports that is being asked in last year or previous years. So you have to concentrate. If you are more interested in sports, that is even easier for you. Okay, so current affairs, like reading newspaper, is not equal to preparing for current affairs that I told you. Next one, what you have to focus on is not on the news. It is like you have to focus on the issues. Okay, like news, like Salman Khan's son's arrested for something, drug trafficking or whatever it is. Now that is news. Salman Khan's sons is being targeted. That is news. But what is the issue lying behind is the drug case, anti-cartel, all the cases, and what are the anti-cartel, drug bills has been passed, any act has been made. Now that you can follow. Fine. So don't focus on the news, focus on the issues. Everything. Now, if somebody is committing suicide, maybe it is honor killing, or it may be farmers. Look at the issue. Honor killing, when it was started, what was the historical view, when it was, where it is majorly done, and why it is being done, what is the cultural references based on that. You have to concentrate on the issues, not on the news. Okay, next thing. Next one, don't concentrate on the political news. Like this party has been merged with this party is having something with that party, and this is the opposition one. Don't concentrate on that. Okay, political news is not something covered. Now, before preparing current affairs, what you have to do actually is take down the syllabus. Have the syllabus in front of you. Have geography, polity, governance, economy, because current affairs is the combination of these subjects also, science and technology. So look at the topics and then cover the newspapers or Indian Express, whatever it is. Now, when it comes to newspaper, follow any one. It can be Hindu or Indian Express, because the more you have, the more you will forget. Okay, so consider Hindu, which is a major standard newspaper done by every aspirant, and UPSC also focuses majorly on Hindu. Okay, apart from that, you can have economic survey, budget, Indian Yearbook, Yojana, and Kurukshetra. Now, these has to be your reference book for the current affairs. Okay, now how you can limit your boundaries is going to have one newspaper, one magazine, and then one monthly publications, MCQs, coaching classes. Yes, you can have any one. Okay, and then government sources. Don't go broadly. Concentrating. Now, if you have missed something in newspaper or in the magazine, you can cover with the coaching material, but don't sit only with the coaching material. You will not be able to know actual strategy for you to why UPSC is asking current affairs, because coaching materials are ready-made. You don't know the issue. You will only read the news in coaching material. But if you want to know the issue, its background, and if you want it to help you in essay writing, yes, you have to do it by yourself, reading the newspaper, and not spending more than 30 to 40 minutes in newspaper. Even 1 hour, it's okay. but don't spend time in your prime time of your preparation for in the current affairs or in reading newspaper or the magazine. You have to do it when you are free, not actually preparing for UPSC. At that time, you can read your newspaper and have some fun. Okay, fine. Now I want you to take notes of whatever is being given here so that you can have a understanding. Fine. Yeah. First, you have to start from the UPSC syllabus. Okay, and how you can cover the syllabus? Yes, prelims there is no syllabus; it is only indicative. So go for the main syllabus. Select the topic of government, science and technology, geography, climate, and cover those topics first in the newspaper. Okay, so how do you know that what to cover in current affairs exactly? It is going through the previous year's question paper. As I told you in the previous session, current affairs carries the most chunk. Today's activity is going to cover the number of questions that has arrived in 2020 and 2021 that I have told you, right? The number of questions in current affairs, hope you finished that. So what I want you to do is have that questions ready, okay? The number of questions in current affairs, and have your previous year's question papers also ready for you to analyze or have this today's activity. Okay, so that is the major one. Now, select Hindu, how to read newspaper. I'm just telling you, select Hindu. Okay, now don't read everything in Hindu, just see a glance. Overall, what is the headlines? What is the national headline? If it is related to some issue, yes. If there is a political thing that Rahul Gandhi went there, those are not relevant. Don't concentrate on political issues. If there is really anything like climate change, any clash between two states, or anything of the importance, national importance, yes, you can concentrate, not on the political one. Second thing is, go to the index part. On the left side of the newspaper, you will have the index. See that what is relevant to the syllabus. Okay, what is relevant to the syllabus, and then tick which you have to read. If it is not relevant to the syllabus, just leave it. Go to the editorial part. Now, if you go to the editorial part, you will see, there are certain essays or some presentations given by, most important dignitaries of various fields. So what you have to know is like, which issue is burning, which is current affairs, which is most important. Select that. It will be helpful for you to write the essay also. Okay. Now, before going for preparing for essay, what you have to do is to select the topics for essay. Okay. And then you can choose that topic and cover the current affairs wala part to include in the essay paper also. That has to be a strategy. Okay. I'll give you more in the coming one, but right now, just concentrate on the editorial. What is the burning issue that has been discussed in that editorial part? Read one or two editorials, which is most important for your preparation, because based on your syllabus, it will be maybe major of climate change, any conferences that India has been attending, the BRIC nations or whatever it is. Anything India is concerned about, India is involved in, that you have to concentrate. Fine. And then go to the international news or the national news, directly jump to the national news. Anything between the states, any problems, not the political parties' problems, but the actual issues lying behind, Kaveri River water, electricity problem between two states not supplying it, those things that you can concentrate on the national. In international thing, what you have to concentrate is only thing where India is involved. Only thing where India is involved. That you have to concentrate on the international papers, not what America is doing, what England is doing more. If anything, it's any treaty has been made with India and America, then you have to concentrate. Okay, anything involving India. Fine, that is the next one. You have to jump through the sports because that is being asked right now. But if you are more interested in sports, you concentrate on the sports column. Just see Olympic, that too where India is participating. hockey, cricket, Olympic Games, Commonwealth Games. Only concentrate on that, not on all the sports. No, that is not required. Fine. That is. Now, what is the advantages of reading newspaper? Fine, because current affairs, as I told you, it covers 40% of the prelims, 50% of the mains, whole of the engineering. Now, what are the advantages of reading newspaper actually that I have told you right now? It's like it is a continuity. You can't miss anything when it is continued, right? You are reading everything every day. So when it is a particular topic, it will continue for 1 or 2 days. That is more than enough for you to write a mains paper when there is some particular issues being covered. Okay, so always have a syllabus ready when you are reading newspaper, which topic you are covering. So there will be a continuity. Next one, it improves your vocabulary. When you read newspaper every day, it improves your English, your comprehension, your vocabulary, your understanding, your speed, everything. Okay. Next one, it will give you a broad perspective of thinking which can be developed. That is what is the scientist saying, what is the economist saying, what is the environmentalist saying, what is there. It will increase your views. Fine. So that it will increase your perspective of that particular issue. Again, it has a comprehensive coverage where you can cover comprehensively each and every topic, which will help you to write GS paper 1, paper 2, mains essay. Okay, and then it is very authentic. You don't have to depend upon any other source other than the newspaper when it is come to current affairs and news coverage. And it is very unbiased, so that you don't have others' opinion. You can also have others' opinion, and also yours opinion. Okay, and it also helps you in writing your answer writing skills, improving your answer writing skills. Okay, now what is the duration that you have to take place every day? As I told you, it is 1 hour you have to read, and use your unproductive time for reading newspaper. Okay, that is very, very important. Now, don't read as you are reading any other subject, like in textbook. Okay, read the headlines, see the syllabus. If it is relevant to you, read it. Proceed further. Fine, that is very, very important. Now, hope you had a general idea of what to cover in newspaper, what to read, and how you have to read. Now, when it comes to focusing what to read in the newspaper, again, go back to the previous year's question paper. When it comes to prelims, you have to prepare for previous 9 to 11 months of current affairs. And when it comes to mains, you have to prepare for previous 2 years current affairs. Okay. Now, what I want you to do today, okay, is to analyze 2020 and 2021 current affairs. Now, as I told you yesterday, see how many questions has been asked in current affairs. Okay. And what you are going to do is, what is the question number? Write down what topic has been asked in the current affairs. It may be hardly 30 or 40 questions in current affairs, right? So if there is 20 and 30 questions in previous 2 years, write down the topic that has been covered in the current affairs. In this way, you will have more clarity of which topic is being focused, what topic is connected to the current affairs, or maybe previously, like it may be the 1,000 years of 60 years of some defense mechanism. It may be 1,000 years of some king's coronation ceremony. Based on that, some questions has been asked. Yes, mostly. So you have to find out what topic has been asked in that 30 questions of current affairs in the 2020 and 2021. Hope you understood what I told you. Write down the number of questions in 2020, right? In 2021. Now write down what topic has been asked in that particular question. Okay, in this way, it will be easy for you to analyze the current affairs, and it will be easy for you to analyze the source also. Whether it is newspaper, is it magazine, whatever it is. Okay, so today's activity is all about write down questions that has been asked under current affairs in 2020 and 2021. This is the major portion, guys. If you are done with it, you are ready for current affairs, prelims and mains. Okay, so this is a one-time activity, okay, for your whole UPSC journey. Cover it. Current affairs is the next major portion that you are going to cover. After that, we will be seeing tomorrow. It will be more fun because I'm going to give you a time frame of what to finish in which time and how you have to proceed further with your UPSC preparation. So once you are done with these three, the syllabus, the previous year's question paper and the current affairs, the major chunk of your game plan is over. Fine. Next one, I'll give you the time frame, time schedule of how you can prepare in that particular time, no matter how much time is left for you for your preparation. It will cover in this. Okay, so hope you understood today's activity. Please complete today's activity as usually said. Take the printout or take a snapshot, post it in the Telegram group. After that, write down what you learned in this video. What new learnings that you got, new insights that you got in this particular video, so that it was easy for you to approach current affairs. Okay, I want a clear-cut message or a comment on this particular video. Okay, so let me see you tomorrow in the most exciting. I'm going to give you the time frame, time schedule for your preparation. Okay, so do this activity, very important, and then post it. Fine. See you tomorrow.